Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest in the mining industry. Welcome, Martin.
Hi, Sashni.
Now, CSIR CEO Thulani Dlamini believes that collaboration in research, development and innovation is needed to make South Africa's mining sector competitive.
Yeah, South Africa's got to collaborate in so many different areas at the moment, but another one of them, is this area of research, development and innovation in mining. You know, as the CSIR points out, other countries are getting ahead of us. You know, we're losing our competitiveness at the same time as many of our mines are going much deeper and becoming less safe. So they got to get together, make sure safety is the number one thing, especially when you go deep, and you need to do all the research around that and the development around that and the innovation around that. But there are so many other areas where they can work on, and we know that the Nelson Mandela precinct is now the holy place for all this. And there's a great spirit, it seems. You know, all the companies involved in mining, all the stakeholders, companies that are involved in providing equipment and components and all the rest that are involved, they want to shoulder the whole responsibility of this research, development and innovation, which is absolutely necessary, and I hope it's emphasized strongly through what the CSIR is saying now.
And tell us about Sibanye-Stillwater's Marikana K4 project, which has just hoisted its first tons.
Yeah, you know, when we hear hoisting first tons, new projects, we get very excited because it's a long time since we had a lot of new projects. This K4 shaft at Marikana, which is near Rustenburg in northwest, this had been pre-developed. Lonman were hoping to develop it. It's a very good prospect, this. And so to see the first tons come through from something that's pre-developed, it still required 4 billion rands worth of investment, and it's giving 4,000 jobs. So it's just what South Africa needs at the moment. We need these metals coming through. We need the jobs, and we need to see that people are willing to invest here. And so from all those points of view, it's a plus.
Lastly, Martin, ahead of its listing on the ASX and secondary listing on the JSE, Southern Palladium has raised $19 million in IPO.
Yeah, Southern Palladium, in the headlines now. Good IPO, you know, coming through Australia again, and secondary listing here. This is the pattern now. You know, when you go into an exploration situation, you cannot raise those fundings directly here. You have to go to Canada, or you have to go to London AIM, or you have to go to Australia as we see this. And you can see how successfully it's being done. This is going into exploration. Exploration is known to be risky, but we know that that eastern limb on the Bushveld complex is PGM rich, and this is platinum group metals they're going for. Platinum group metals, we can see the demand lifting. You know, some people say the order of magnitude of demand in this new era that we're moving into is going to be something that we've never seen before, and it will be ongoing. So this seems like something where we need to again look at why are people having to list primarily in another country. It is because we don't have any incentives here like they do in Canada and Australia. We need to have a flow-through scheme that was promised by Trevor Manuel when he was Minister of Finance, and then when he came through on the year that he was supposed to implement it, he said he's got something much better. It proved to be unsuitable. It was liked by smaller finance boutiques and things like that. None of the mining companies came into it. So we still have this gap that needs to be filled. And hopefully, you know, they'll listen to all the voices. The Treasury should put its ear to this. And also, you know, places like a CSIR, they need to maybe get some access to analysis, even if they do people outside the country to analyze what these projects could deliver. And if it looks promising, and we see some of them, I mean, they're returning 400%, 500%. So, you know, it's worth looking at these things for your pension fund and provident fund, because why should Australian pension and provident funds come into our things and we don't do it ourselves, simply because we want to go for the bigger mining investments? Well, you can go for both. Try and get the retail investors involved as well, so that we can get more exploration going, because without it, you know, the mining industry won't exist.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
It's a great pleasure, Sashni.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. And don't forget to listen to the audio version of our Mining Weekly daily email newsletter.